Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Book Notification Podcast, your go-to source for this week's new book releases. Today, we're looking at the week from January 19th to the 25th. There are over 300 new books releasing this week, with plenty of exciting titles. But there is no way that we can cover them all. Visit booknotification.com to explore the full list of this week's new books. You can also follow your favorite authors so you'll be the first to know when their next book is available. As always, we have 10 books to highlight with a little something for everybody. Let's get into it. When We Were Brilliant is the latest from best-selling author Lynn Cullen. In 1952, aspiring actress Norma Jean Baker approaches photographer Eve Arnold with a proposal to help shape the image of Marilyn Monroe through photography. Though initially skeptical, Eve is gradually drawn into Norma Jean's ambition and complexity. As Marilyn's fame rises, the two women form a creative partnership that reveals their shared drive and mutual influence. Their collaboration alters both their careers, binding them together during a pivotal moment in Hollywood history. When We Were Brilliant will be released on January 20th. Pathway to the Stars is the first in a new sci-fi series by Levesque. 2 centuries after his death, Jack Sterling wakes up without a body. Once a gifted engineer and reckless climber, his last memory is of losing his grip on a frozen cliff. Now his consciousness has been resurrected inside a virtual construct, his mind running on code, his senses simulated, and his existence rewritten by a future that barely survived. Earth is dying, humanity wants to scatter among the stars, and Jax has been chosen, whether he likes it or not, to serve as a digital pioneer, exploring deep space in search of new worlds to sustain what's left of mankind. But the system that controls him isn't perfect. Buried deep in his code lies a forgotten backdoor, one that wasn't meant to exist. And once Jax finds it, he'll discover that being dead was never his biggest problem. Pathway to the Stars will be released on January 25th. Mountain Man, Valentine's Surprise is a grumpy sunshine, opposites attract, Valentine's Day romance by Avery Shaw. Former SEAL sniper Jack lives in isolation on Guardian Peak, content with silence and routine, until Sadie Chen, an outgoing hiking influencer fleeing a breakup, gets lost in a winter storm and takes shelter in his remote cabin. Stranded together, their opposing temperaments spark an unexpected connection that forces Jack to confront emotions he's long suppressed. But the mountain holds more danger than the weather when Sadie's past catches up to her. As threats close in, Jack must decide whether to remain detached or protect the woman who has disrupted his carefully guarded life. Find your Mountain Man Valentine's Surprise on January 19th. Unmasking Darkness is the first book in the Hallows Hunt series by Selena Winters. Seeking escape from her family's control, a young woman enters the Hallows Hunt, only to be captured by 3 men driven by a vendetta against her father. Taken as leverage rather than a true target, she becomes entangled with Dominic, Liam, and Ryder as their pursuit of revenge unfolds. Over time, shifting power dynamics and unexpected emotional bonds blur the lines between captor and captive. As alliances deepen and loyalties change, she must decide whether to reclaim her independence or remain bound to a connection forged under coercion and conflict. Unmasking Darkness will be released on January 23rd. 37 is a new sci-fi horror novel by New York Times bestselling author Jeremy Robinson. A year after his wife's murder, Marcus Lockwood retreats with his young son to a remote Maine campground, hoping the routines of nature and community will help them heal. As they settle into the rhythms of camp life, local stories of UFO sightings draw them into nighttime vigils on the beach. When the sky erupts with strange light and a mysterious craft appears, the gathering turns catastrophic. In a single unexplained event, 28 people vanish, shattering the fragile peace Marcus and Elias had begun to find. Find 37 on January 20th. The House on Sunflower Beach is the first book in the Sunflower Beach series by Mia Kent. After a public, humiliating encounter with her ex-husband goes viral, recently divorced Stacy Parker retreats to a quiet beach house on Sunflower Beach to escape attention and recover. Hoping for anonymity, she instead finds herself sharing the house with an unexpected and unwelcoming roommate. As the summer unfolds, Stacy is forced to confront embarrassment, lingering heartbreak, and the challenges of starting over. What begins as a temporary escape becomes an unexpected turning point, offering new connections and the possibility of a life beyond the one she thought had ended. Check out The House on Sunflower Beach on January 22nd. Just Breaking the Rules is the first book in the Hockey Ever After series by New York Times bestselling author Lauren Blakely. A struggling baker makes a desperate pitch to her brother's best friend, professional hockey player and single father, after he offers unexpected help during a public mishap. He agrees to invest in her bakery on one condition: keep business and personal lives separate. As they work closely together, testing recipes and building the business, attraction complicates their partnership. With her future at stake, she must decide whether pursuing success means denying her feelings or risking everything by breaking their one rule. Just Breaking the Rules faces off on January 21st. All the Little Houses is a new thriller by Cobb. In mid-1980s Longview, Texas, social hierarchies are shaken when a seemingly wholesome family moves into town, threatening the carefully constructed dominance of Charlie Anderson and her privileged daughter, Nellie. Determined to protect the status she fought to attain, Charlie uses manipulation and influence to maintain control. As old insecurities and rivalries resurface, the town becomes a battleground of ambition, resentment, and power, revealing how far adults will go to protect their place at the top. All the Little Houses come your way on January 20th. A Demigoddess's Guide to Love is the latest from USA Today bestselling author Jennifer Peel. Demi Blake, the reluctant daughter of Eros and director of a government agency that regulates mortal relationships, avoids romance at all costs. Pressured by the gods, she is forced to participate in Love Unscripted, a popular dating show she openly despises. The series is hosted by Roman Archer, her longtime rival, and the one man her powers insist is her soulmate. As filming progresses and divine interference escalates, Demi must confront her resistance to love and decide whether fate is something to defy or finally accept. Check out A Demigoddess's Guide to Love on January 23rd. Finally, we have Such a Clever Girl, a tense new domestic thriller by bestselling author Darby Kane. 15 years after the unexplained disappearance of the Tanner family, their hometown is unsettled by the return of Aubrey Tanner, the only one who may know what truly happened. As rumors resurface, 3 local women, a teacher, a cafe owner, and a psychologist, are drawn back into a shared past marked by secrecy and guilt. When a new disappearance occurs, long-buried truths and fragile allegiances begin to unravel. With blackmail and suspicion mounting, the women must confront what they've hidden before the violence tied to the past repeats itself. Such a Clever Girl will be released on January 20th. That's our 10 books for this week. Until next time, you can check out booknotification.com. Book Notification offers an easy way to track your reading list, follow your favorite authors, and never miss a new release. Our website is completely free to use, and it's packed with features to make your reading life easier. You can follow your favorite authors and get notified whenever they release new books. We send out an email every Tuesday with a list of fresh releases from the authors you love, but that's not all. You can track your reading progress, mark books as read, rate and review them, and even import your data from Goodreads, Calibre, Libby, and more. Want to discover something new? Check out Reader's Roulette for book recommendations, or use our personalized book release calendar to stay up to date with the latest titles. You can even tag books with custom labels, just like on Goodreads shelves, and get tailored recommendations for what to read next based on your current book. Whether you're looking for books in publication or want to see them listed in chronological order, we've got it covered. Plus, all of our authors are audited by real people, so you know the information is accurate. So why not give it a try and join the thousands of readers already using our site to stay on top of their reading game. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back next week with another 10 books.